So we wanted to create a forum theatre where the audience takes control of the friends. So we decided that we'd go into the audience and take suggestions about how Adam could talk to John, get him to open up, figure out what's stopping him from opening up at the moment. So what we hope they'll suggest is that there's too many people around. Too many people creating this very heightened, laddish, masculine environment that doesn't feel safe to open up in. So we're hoping that they'll say that Adam needs to get John on his own. So we will run the scene again, and this time we will get Adam to get John on his own. So when we do that, we then get him to question him straight away, saying, "What's wrong? Why are you drinking so much?" So we want to create awareness here that sometimes speaking so bluntly and going straight in with a question can make people shut down, not want to talk to you, get defensive. So we show that through John. When Adam says these questions, he shuts down, doesn't want to talk, walks off. So this is when we introduce some wise talker techniques, which Storms is trying to promote. So we'll show this. We'll run through the scene again, but this time Adam uses his wise talker techniques, asking him or seeing how he's feeling, and then saying it back to him, saying how he goes, "Oh, I can see you've been looking very stressed lately." So saying things like that and will help people open up. So we show that in the scene, how it working and John opening up to Adam. So then we can unpick this with the audience and ask them why did they think it worked, and so that they could see that these strategies work and use them in their real life. So some of the things that we could suggest of why these strategies worked was because it made John feel supported, feel like someone understood him and that someone was listening to him without judgment. So then we could flash forward to the drunk scene with the Mini Cooper, where before there had been such a disaster with Holly and with John getting angry. Whereas this time we have Adam not drinking, supporting John, looking out for him and making sure his friend's okay. So then after that we can again unpick that with the audience for what Adam did for John, and we can say that he didn't solve his problems, but he made him feel less isolated, made sure he didn't get hurt. So what he did was listen to him and made him know it was okay to talk about it, and let him know that it was okay to express his feelings in front of him, that he wouldn't judge him for it, and that it was okay to communicate. So we need to make the audience aware that this has such a massive impact, and even though he couldn't fix all his problems magically, and he had to be realistic, he couldn't stop him drinking, but he was there for his friend and made sure he didn't feel isolated, which had a huge impact, because before John was feeling isolated, alone, and feeling like he had to deal with all his problems by himself, and now he doesn't.